Let me ask you about this because I interviewed Un, and I'm sure you should know about this. The stabbing incident between Un and Jay. You know anything about that?
Oh, I was there. I saw it all. Un got on his knees and told. So what happened was, I'm not gonna, the bottom line is he got paid. I don't know what his story here seems like he must have got paid. But why did he get paid then? But what happened was, because there's no alleged, this is what happened. I saw it. I saw it. Um, when I did go there to see Cam, then I saw Un and all the worst Brooklyn niggas was there, like Paul, Scooter, like niggas you hear about. And Buck, his brother, said some slick shit and them niggas started laughing. And like, I'm not gonna disrespect Buck, but at the time I was like, bro, and I ain't gonna say exactly what I said, but it's like, you know what I'll do to you. Pause. Something like that or whatever. Like, I'll fuck you up or something like that. But them niggas he was with was serious. So I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize that was him, and him. So I called Jay and them and they came up and no. And then Un came out and we got into kind of like, I forgot what we were talking. We talked for a while and he was talking about this shit with Charli Baltimore and him and Jay was both with, I don't like this. I can't do that. I'll keep it together. Bottom line is, when I saw Jay about a couple of weeks later or something, Jay told me that Un was bootlegging. And again, Un, you talked about it, so I guess we'll talk about it. And the thing, and this is why I respect Un to a level, but I didn't like that. I felt to me like he told on Jay. That's what I felt about it. Cause I'm like, yo. So anyway, we were going to a tribe. We did our own listening party, and there's a picture. Actually, I'm gonna save the details for the book. But at the end of the day, when we ran into Un got on his knees and said, Jay, I would never betray you. And then, I'm not going to say who, but came over and hit him in the head with a bottle. No, hit him in the head with a glass or a bottle. And then whatever happened, happened. But to me, I was like, damn, they got on his knees. You don't have to do nothing. You know? That shit was over a girl. These niggas, when all that was over a girl. And that wasn't gangster to me either. That was all over a girl. And you know what's fucked up about it? Think about how life is. These niggas end up getting into this over Biggie's girl. Both of his best friends. That was crazy. But again, that was crazy. No, and I don't no disrespect to Charli Baltimore, but ask her. But no disrespect to her family, nothing. She ain't do nothing wrong. But I'm saying is like that was Biggie's girl. That's all. But either way, it's not for me to be. That's why I never.
Mean, when you put it like that, though, I mean, you
What
gotta.
do you mean? If any of my friends, my wife, or with one of my chicks when I'm not here, that's fucked up. I don't do that. That's not real shit to me. You don't fuck your man's girl after he dies. That's crazy to me. That's insanity to me. You know the mob kills niggas for fucking with each other's wives. But your brothers, both of them, that's why you don't trust niggas. I'm telling you. But y'all won't see that because y'all maybe don't see the same lenses I do, but whatever. But when I'm being a chatty patty, right? See, this is the thing I hate is when I talk about my own experiences, I made the word up. A chatty patty is that talks about other people's experience that have nothing to do with them. I talk about the people that talked about me publicly. I talk about my own experience, not some. If you tell me about another man, I don't know him, you don't know him, that's some bitch shit to me. I don't even want to hear about none of that. But you're not doing that today. You ask me about my personal experiences. Oh, he's a cherry patty because he's talking about his own life? Because he's talking about the people that are talking about him? No. That's not a chatty patty. I know how algorithms go. So the problem is if you say something and it gets said a certain amount of times, then people will believe it. So I have to sometimes change an algorithm because y'all keep fucking with me. It's not a chatty patty, but y'all know how to control algorithms, and so do I. So I'm just not letting y'all play those games. So I remember distinctly, put it like that, I'm gonna save a lot of that for my book, the Power book. But the thing I didn't like is that Steve Stout got on the lawyer. And this is a man that I seen get smacked and not swing a punch. And it's too late now. I'm too old. You should have took care of it back then, and you're gonna do all this nerdy shit to get back at me, but whatever. But that's why I was like, I'm not fucking with Steve Stout. And just by the law of the code that I was brought up, to me, looked like that was like snitching to me. So I couldn't respect no more. So I it's crazy because there's a lot of people I like a lot. Was an entertaining guy to hang around. And the argument the reason why I smacked Steve Stout was because me, him, and were talking shit about who had the better deal. Me, him, or And that's why I made the bet with Steve Stout. Like, I bet you I do get a multiple because no one had a multiple. I got a multiple. And this is, big baller talk. This is warlord talk. Niggas that really business war. And everything I'm saying, there ain't no gangster shit, no violence, there will be none. That's not what we're gonna do on television, and it's stupid. I'm chilling on the lake, like the Godfather did. That's where the Godfather has. His house was on the lake, my house is on the lake. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It's just, I'm not into anything illegal, but I still carry it with the kind of a Godfather swag. See, for some reason, people think God probably wears like, floating around in a gown and a dashiki or one of those. God is a gangster. You see, he kills niggas every day. His lessons are gangster. God is the Godfather. He'll teach you the hard way. Pause. So if I was God, I would be more of a gangster, I would carry it like that. And it seems like people get punished very severely. God's lessons are more gangster than any gangster I ever heard of. Everybody dies. You gotta go. Everybody gotta go. God makes sure everyone dies. And in between, whether it's natural or not, the test is how you react to things. And if you don't react to things accordingly, God regulates. That's called karma.